Folks, welcome back to NWA Main Event Wrestling, your main event in the ring. The tag team competition you've been waiting for. Jeff the Crippler Daniels, the Mid-America Heavyweight Champion, and Travis Sawyer with Tony Locascio take on the team of Steve-O and Lincoln Mainstream Mosley. Jason James, Scott Berry at ringside. And Scott, we've got a very special guest for this matchup. None other than the headliner, Chris Michaels, who we told you last week has actually taken Lincoln Mosley under his wing. Chris, what do you expect from this young kid?
Hey, Jason James, first of all, I want to say it is great to be back right here in the NWA Main Event Wrestling, and I am so excited. It is the first time in a long time I've been able to sit out here and just watch this as a fan. I'm having a great time, and I appreciate the invite, and it is just great to be here and be back in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, Chris, we're glad to have you here at the NWA studios, and folks, don't forget, you can check out the action at the studios each and every Thursday night, 413 Veritas Street, right off of Nolensville Road in Nashville.
Well, Chris, since we've got you here, let me ask you, you've been the protege, you've been teaching and instructing Lincoln Mainstream Mosley. What have you told him about Jeff Daniels and Travis Sawyer coming into this match?
Well, it's no secret. There's not much to tell. I've showed him some footage of these guys, and I've told Lincoln, I've showed him films. I've wrestled Jeff Daniels off and on since 1993. I've been in some bloody brawls, some wrestling brawls, any kind of match you can think of. I have been there and done that with Jeff Daniels, and I've told him not to ever turn his back on Jeff Daniels and not this Travis Sawyer either.
Chris, the main question, do you have faith in the team of Steve-O and Lincoln Mosley against the veteran Jeff Daniels and Travis Sawyer?
Yeah, I have faith in them. I told them as long as they keep focused and keep their eye on the prize and not turn their back on anybody and stay focused and keep their eye on that guy, whoever's managing Travis Sawyer and that no good Dominique, they can pull one out of the hat here. But let's be honest, Travis Sawyer was the son of a great Buzz Sawyer, and Jeff Daniels is a veteran in his own right, and he, like he says, he would rather go to his own mama's funeral than his own. So I would say if Lincoln Mosley and Steve-O pull one out here today, I will be surprised.
That's great insight there from the trainer of Lincoln Mainstream Mosley. And I'm telling you right now, it looks like they're in a little bit of a jam here as Jeff Daniels is taking the fight to Steve-O in the corner. Of course, these two no strangers to each other. They've been battling harder than almost anyone on the circuit today. And I'm telling you, this one is more than just a fight. This one is more than just one trying to get over on the other one. It is personal. And now the tag made into Mosley as he comes in.
Well, of course it's going to be personal. We've seen the altercations in the past history between Jeff the Crippler Daniels and Steve-O, but now we've added two new elements to the puzzle in Lincoln Mosley and Travis Sawyer. Should make for an interesting tag team competition.
When, of course, we saw the events leading up to this from last week as Mosley and Sawyer were fighting it out last week, and then in came Jeff Daniels, and then in came Steve-O. A huge brawl broke out right here at the middle of the NWA studios, and of course, NWA Board of Directors and NWA Main Event Commissioner George Goulas made the match to sign it as a tag team competition. And now we got a little game of leapfrog going on here, and it looks like Daniels inadvertently taking out his own tag team partner in Travis Sawyer.
The arm drag now from Lincoln Mosley locks in the armbar, and Chris, your protege, looking pretty good.
He's doing really well so far, and one of the reasons I don't put my name on a lot of guys that I've helped train, but this Lincoln Mosley kid, I'm telling you, he has got the it factor, what we call in pro wrestling. He's got the looks, he's got the talent, he's got the charisma, and I think he's going to go real far in this business, and I'm very excited, and it has actually got my blood pumping again, if I can say that. To be excited to get back in the wrestling ring. As you well know, I was out for a few months with some surgeries. I've just gotten back in the ring, and I feel like I've got the rest that I needed. I'm ready to get back in there and go, and Lincoln Mosley has helped me get back on my game as well.
Well, hopefully it won't be too long before we see you here on NWA Main Event Wrestling in the wrestling ring rather than behind the commentary desk with us. Not that we don't like having you. It's great to have you here on television.
Like I said, I'm excited to be back here in the NWA Main Event. It's been my home off and on for a lot of years. I've had a lot of great memories here in the NWA, and I'm certainly excited to be back here for the first time in a long time. I'm sitting out here as a fan, and I'm having the time of my life, and who knows, I may be right back in that squared circle here before too long.
Well, folks, if you want your chance to see the headliner come on back into the ring, which would be a treat for all of us involved here at NWA Main Event, if you don't mind me tooting your horn for a second there, Chris, if you want to come on down and see if you can catch Chris Michaels back in a ring, maybe tag teaming with his own protege here, Lincoln Mainstream Mosley, come on down to Veritas Street. You never know who's going to show up in an NWA ring.
And speaking of back in the ring, we saw Steve-O make his return to NWA Main Event Television last Saturday right here on Comcast Channel 74, back again, and the hatred between Steve-O and Jeff Daniels has boiled over. The hatred has boiled over between these two and is at a limit that I had not seen it before.
And what about Jeff Daniels? You know he's got to be feeling just an overwhelming sense of frustration and anger. He's been going on and on for weeks here that he's driven out all of the decent competition of NWA Main Event. He was bragging about how he drove out Playboy Scott Hayes. He was bragging about how he drove out Steve-O, the one and only. And now, 2 weeks in a row, the two men he was the most proudest of dragging out of the ring and beating senseless have come in and taken their spots right back where they left off. Scott Hayes creaming Jeff Daniels last week, and look at this, Mosley going for a move and Dominique making her presence felt, and now Locascio on the other side. Boy, I'm telling you what, this isn't just a 2-on-2 tag match, it's a 4-on-2.
Well, Chris, this is exactly what you tried to warn him about. The managers on the outside, Locascio, Dominique. We know Dominique she's a devil. That's what she is. She's a devil on television. Dominique, the wife of Jeff the Crippler Daniels, and already it's been a 4-on-2 attack.
Right there you saw he was smart enough to miss her. I've taught him well on that part, but he forgot about the other guy on the other side, and he got taken down.
All right, now he's in a world of trouble as he's dragged to the opposing corner. Travis Sawyer and Jeff Daniels just working over Mainstream Mosley, and Mainstream's in a world of pain. He's been beaten down by Travis, and now he's on the receiving end of a lot of punishment from the Crippler here in the center of the ring.